The following show are solely the sentiments of the participants of the show. Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network is not responsible for content. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
All right. Happy Thursday. I am so excited that you guys are here with me today. I'm so excited to have this amazing panel. I have some of my She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically anthology co-authors. So I'm so excited to have them in the space. Before we get ready to begin, I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Chanelle Coleman-Wesley. I am the Empower Her strategist. I help businesses, brands, individuals pour passionately, purposefully, and powerfully into women. And today, this show is not going to disappoint because I have some amazing heavy hitters with us on today. Just going around the room really quickly, I'm going to say everyone's name, but then I'm going to actually just kind of step back to that person for them to really to introduce themselves. So really quickly, I have Anita Newsom with me. I have Cherise King. I have Cherise Hackney with me. I have Ivy Caldwell, and I also have Ocean Kent. Let's go, ladies. Let's give it some love.
Yes. Woo. Yes.
I mean, come on.
Yes.
This is getting me to hit, okay?
Hey,
now,
ladies.
let me just back up. I wanted y'all to take a little bit of it in, and let me just try to reel it all back in. Let's try to signal on a one-on-one. So, Anita, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically audience?
Awesome. It is such an honor to be here with you ladies once again. And it is such an honor to be here with Trivia. We thank you so much for this. So my name is Anita Newsom. I am also known as Anita N, the Biz Coach, and I am the CEO of Emerging Venture Enterprises, LLC. And what I do is I help businesses to review, revise, and restructure their mission and their message so that they can relaunch their lives. So I am excited to be here today, and I am ready to let's go.
Let's go. I see you. You see, she wasn't holding any punches. Let's go. Ivy Caldwell. Ivy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Ivy?
Hello, everyone. It is good to be here on tonight amongst these women, these powerhouses on this evening. My name is Ivy. I am the New You Empowerment Coach, where I help women who are hiding come to the forefront, hiding those emotional traumas, childhood abuses that they have been through, who have yet to expose them. And I take them through some strategies to equip and empower them, transforming their lives through the power of the word of God so that they can step into a new you.
Woo! Yes,
come on now. Won't he do it?
Come on.
Won't he do? I'm already hyped.
Yes.
Let me see. Now let's go ahead and get Cherise Hackney. Cherise, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
All right. Hello, world. So I'm Cherise Hackney. I'm a military veteran and a devoted mother of two, also known as Queen Pennon. And that's from where my strengths and grace and leadership experiences kind of come in written form to inspire, share knowledge, and promote deeper thinking from individuals. So just a mission to change mindsets and uplift. So I love God. Like I love me some God. And my faith and obedience has led me on a path of transforming tragedy into triumph. Mm-hmm. So that's why I am the overcomer. Yeah. And I birthed the Cherise Effect. So that's my website, thecheriseeffect.com. So to kind of see where that journey has taken me from the tragedy into triumph, you will have to purchase the empowerment guide to know and unravel the transformational power, because I said yes to myself unapologetically. So I'm gonna leave
Come
it.
Come on now, come through, sis. Come through, sis. I mean, I'm excited.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, love it.
Thank you.
I love it. So let me get to this next lady. She's definitely not going to disappoint. Miss Ocean Kent. Ocean, please introduce yourself to the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically audience.
Hi, ladies. Hello, and thank you for having me this evening. I am Ocean, Ocean the Inspire, Ocean Kent, the Inspire. I have a company which is called Ocean Industries LLC, and through my company, I've been able to birth a wave of inspiration, inspiring women over the age of 40 to stand in their greatness when adversities. Together, ladies. Mwah, kisses you smack dab in the lips. And I've also had an opportunity to develop an organization outside of Ocean Industries, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm a certified diversity, equity, inclusion coach. And my goal is to make sure that diversity, equity, and inclusion is a bridge from corporate America to small grassroots organizations, as well as the nonprofits throughout America. And I plan one of my ultimate goals. There's two of them, ladies. One is to be the first Black-owned diversity, equity, inclusion nonprofit. And I'm going to see you guys on TED Talks. Keep your eyes open.
Yes.
Yes. We knew you first. Look at God.
That part.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm loving it. TED Talks. You had me at TED Talks. Just know that. I'm ready.
Okay.
Sharice King, it's your time, sis. We don't call you the powerhouse for nothing. Go ahead and tell the She Said Yes to Herself audience a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm Sharice King, and I'm glad and honored to be here. My name is Sharice King, and I am the owner of Exodus Property Solutions here in Arizona, and I'm also the owner of Exodus Real Estate in Missouri. I also have What She Said Productions, and what I've been doing is hosting, emceeing, and also going into acting. With all those things, I want women to know that no matter what you've been through, all the trauma and triumph, make it your triumph, don't make it your final destination. It's just the thing that happened. That doesn't mean that you have to stay there. If it's death, murder, whatever, because they died, doesn't mean you died. That means God still has something for you. It doesn't matter what the people say, man, it's what he says. Always bet on you. Always believe in yourself, no matter what it looks like. Stay confident, stay bold, keep on going. Keep doing anything is possible.
Yes, man.
Amen.
Yes.
Exactly what she said. Let's give some love.
What she said. What is it? Is what she
Absolutely.
said. Whatever
Yeah.
God gives
All
you
of
is
it.
what she said.
So,
All
right,
that part.
we got time. We got time for that. Yeah, I'm here. I'm signed up for all of that. So let's jump right into it, ladies, because we have, I want to say, a good 42 minutes to really kind of hit on some powerful topics. And so we're going to jump right into it. First of all, before we even talk about the book, we've all had a space in life where we didn't tell ourselves no, right? There was a time in life when we shrunk ourselves maybe to fit into spaces and places that really couldn't contain us. And so what really provided that aha moment for you that made the light come on and you said, you know what, I'm gonna have to play this differently. I got to show off for myself differently in this new era. Let's start with Anita. Anita, what provided that aha moment for you?
There have been so many, Chanelle. You know what I'm saying? There have been so many aha moments. So one of the ones that comes to mind is when I was going through a 6-year divorce, right? Anybody that's experiencing anything like that, you lose yourself. Maybe you lost yourself in that relationship. You didn't know who you were, and you wore all these different hats. And so going through that type of transition is very challenging, among other things, right? So what made me finally say yes to myself, I was like, well, if nobody else is going to take care of me, I got to take care of me.
Absolutely.
So instead of always saying yes to everybody else, the kids, the church, the family, the extended family, the employer, okay? Always saying yes to all those people and not saying yes to myself. It was time for me to learn how to say yes to myself. So that was one of my turning points right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Sharice Hackney, what was the aha moment for you? What really hit the light bulb where you said, you know what, I'm going to have to play life differently in this next quarter, in this next phase of life. I'm going to have to show up this way for myself. What really provided that aha moment for you?
The aha moment was when I became a part of the club of having no parents. So I lost my mother almost probably 2 decades ago. So that was kind of the first slam. But ultimately, that moment that happened was when my father passed away 2 months ago. And it was like, okay, so I'm up against the world. It's just me. The people that are supposed to love me have no choice but to. That's it for me. And even though, there are nurturers in my life, there's people that root for me, but there's nothing like a parent. So moving forward, I had to change my mindset. Instead of thinking about the loss, think about the victory of just moving forward with my best foot forward and just honoring them and making them proud in everything I did. So that was that push underneath my bottom to say, girl, go ahead and get yourself together and go ahead and make some moves because you got
Yes.
them on paper. So execute them.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Ivy, same question.
The aha moment for me will be being obedient to God. Back in 2020, when the pandemic shut everything down, I had some children's stories written in a notebook. I said, I'll pick this back up, get back to it. I started in 2013. One day I'll get back to it, figure out how I'm going to publish these books. But while in prayer one morning, the Holy Spirit said, you can't skip over this. So I was like, skip over what, Lord? Your story. And I'm like, my story? I really had to sit there and think about that. Like, well, what is my story? But God knew what my story was. I know what my story is. I said, okay, Lord, I will write a book. Now, mind you, I had no intentions of writing this book about my childhood experiences of molestation. I was molested on my 9th birthday, but I said, God, I will write the story. That was my aha moment. Expose it, let your healing process begin was birth in 2021. And we have got to stop hiding and running from the enemy. We have to expose the enemy. We didn't do anything wrong. Something happened to us, and it is not us. That was my aha moment to go for it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Man.
That's
Yeah.
powerful. I'm
It
just
is
say that,
powerful.
as a survivor of, I don't know. I know my internet sometimes is acting a little funny. We got a little storm up here in Milwaukee, but I'm saying I really resonate with your story, Ivy. It's powerful, just impactful, ladies, I know this is a deep conversation, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Ocean, what provided your
You're breaking
what
up.
kind of set that aha moment for you, Ocean?
My aha moment, addiction runs in my family. It runs really, really deep, from shopping to substance to relationships. And for me, it was alcoholism. It was alcohol. So my mother and I, we were in the car one day and we were having some loud fellowship. And if you guys know what loud fellowship means, that means we were doing some cussing and some screaming, that part. All of that was going on. So through that loud fellowship, as I'm in the driver's seat in the nice drop top BMW, thinking I'm living my best life, having all of the trinkets, all of the toys on the outside, empty on the inside. My mother leans over to where she kind of turns to me. You know how you give them that, your mother gives you that mother look. She says to me, I hope you get sober before I die. My mother died a month and a half after that of brain and lung cancer. And we didn't know that she had cancer. So at that moment, I knew that it was time for me to stand in my greatness, and my adversity was alcohol. So once I was able to identify where it was, I knew in order for me to be the matriarch of my family, because that's who I am today, is that I needed to have a clear mind. My thoughts needed to be clear. I needed to be able to make some rational, logical, confident decisions for my children and now my grandchildren. I'm having a grandbaby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I had stand in that. And it came to me that, this is the time. I have to stand and say yes to me first, unapologetically. That meant, as you said, sister, tell my story and knowing that it will reach somebody, if only one person, by me saying yes to myself unapologetically, that I had to do it. And when the opportunity presented itself from my sister Chanelle, I couldn't sit back and sit aside and not take part. So I'm saying yes to myself unapologetically every time. Thank you for the platform. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing.
Definitely a
Yes.
pleasure. We're so excited to have you here, Ocean. Thank you for revealing. Cherise, same question. What really provided your aha moment for you to say yes to yourself?
Well, my aha moment was even the death of my brother and my other cousins, and she said losing her. Cherise said losing her parents. Oh, my battery's low. And then also being molested, but not only that, knowing that my mother, her family has a history of Huntington's disease, and I'm like, okay, God, I pray to God that I never have it, and if I pray that I never have it. But the fact of still moving on, moving forward, believing in myself no matter what, not thinking to myself that all these things happen. And if I have this disease, I should just wait for it to come up and I should just die. But I'm not going to do that, because in this disease, there's more opportunities of healing, restoration, and knowing what you're doing. But I have to tell that story that no matter what they say, you could have it, but I'm not going to live like I have it. I'm like, no, I'm going to keep on going. I have to tell the story that all these things happen and you can still triumph, even if there could be a diagnosis of this. I just believe that whatever they say, that's what they say, but that's not what my God says. So I'm going to still go on forward and believe that me believing and speaking and moving forward, even if I do it afraid and I don't look like I make sense and you don't understand and I don't have time to explain, because it's not your life and he didn't give you the vision and he didn't give you the story. Do it anyway. Do it anyway, even if you make you look crazy, people don't understand. As long as I'm approved by him, I don't really care what you say or think. It's not for you. I didn't ask for your approval. I was approved when I was put in my mother's womb, and that's it, and that's all. No expectations.
You better tell it. You better tell it.
I'm here for all that. Just know that. I'm here for all of that. Yes, what she said. I'm here for all that. So, I mean, I think we coming out the ground swinging. So let's just jump into it, ladies. Your chapters, your submissions, and I mean, just really kind of talking with everybody last week on the call. Hearing everybody is spilling tea about what their chapter is about was just really some exciting revelations for a lot of the ladies who were hearing what other sisters were really kind of speaking towards. So I want you to tell me a little bit about your submission and who you were writing that submission to, because there was a reader that you had in mind when you were writing your submission. So Sharice, I'm gonna start with you. King,
Which one?
what is what's the title of your submission, King? And who are you writing it to?
Mine is Faith Azona, and I am writing it to the person who had some type of life-altering event in the middle of their middle age. They don't know if it's divorce, death, disease, layoff, whatever it might have been, loss of a child, all that stuff. Because I lost my brother, even though he wasn't my child. To believe no matter what it looks like, to still go on. Even if you don't understand how it's going to happen. Because when you do the steps, God does all the corresponding steps, because he just wants you to take the steps. And when you take the steps, what happens is he just starts to guide you and move you. And then sometimes you may get off track and you may get back on track, but it's more about having obedience and having blind faith, because you surely don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trusting the process. And when I trust the process and don't ask for anybody else's validation or confirmation, it still always works out. Even if it may not work out the way I want it to work out, it still works out because he has the master plan.
Yes, he does.
That's what the words say. All things gonna work for the good of those that love the Lord, to them that are called according to the purpose. Period. I'm all for that. Ivy, let's go. What is your submission about, and who was the reader that you had in mind when you were writing your submission?
The name of my chapter is I Know My Worth. I am speaking to those women who are on the low totem pole. They're hit rock bottom. They don't know their worth. Their identity is tied up in a man, in a child, the family, the job, the finances. They don't know their value and they don't know their worth. For we are
Mm.
fearfully and wonderfully made, and
Come on now.
marvelous are thy works, according to the Lord, and my soul knoweth it right well. I
Come on.
know that I am beautiful. I know I am God's child. That is
Yeah.
the woman I am speaking to empower her to embrace who God has created her to be.
Ivy, don't make me throw this laptop. Come on,
Yes.
don't make me do it. But okay, let me just focus. Anita, what is the name of your submission and who were you writing your chapter to? What was the reader you had in mind?
Well, the name of my submission is Embrace Your New Place.
Mm,
And what I talk about is a little, almost some of what Ivy was saying, knowing our true identity, right? In Genesis, it tells us that God created us in his likeness and in his image.
Amen.
So if we don't know who we are, you know, sometimes we need a little reminding because
Right.
so many things have happened in our lives and we've lost sight of that, or maybe you never knew who you were. You
Okay.
understand? So I talk about my journey of going through that 6-year divorce and knowing that I found myself in who God created me to be, and that I can stand on that. And I know if I can stand on it, whoever has gone through the same thing can stand on his word and his promises too, and just walk out their purpose and plan for their lives. So I'm just grateful and excited about this.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Cherise Hackney, same question.
All right. So I am writing to the reader that basically, I guess where to start, pain into profit. It's about a journey of when the odds are against you and you didn't have anyone pouring into you from the root of your life, your upbringing, where there's been so many tragedies and so many things, that rape and incest and different things that you go through and some people have experienced, and kind of changing the trajectory of that you don't have to be a product of your environment and the things that was not spoken unto you. And like for me personally, I didn't have life spoken unto me, so it took me down a journey of self-discovery, and it took me a little longer to kind of figure that out along the way. And I want to share that to encourage others in the reader that had to kind of take the long way around, where their life was filled with ups and downs and like a roller coaster ride, but God never left his hand off of you. Um, God can continue to carry you through your lessons and blessings. And ultimately, you get to that triumph moment where that pain, that suffering, the seeds that was planted, the harvest comes in and turning that pain into profit.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. I'm
Yes.
feeling all of
Yes.
it. Ocean, same question. What's the name of your submission for your chapter and who are you speaking to?
The submission of my chapter is Dancing with Addictions. I believe the world today has so many secrets about what an addiction looks like. I think most people believe that addictions look like substance or alcohol, but there's relationship addictions, there's shopping addictions, sex addictions, there's food addictions, and some of us live in that addiction thinking that we're on this island by ourselves, which keeps us caged, and we're unable to stand in our greatness. My goal is to share my story from tragedy to triumph, identifying that there is a way out. And here are the key components. If you reach out to the right people, be vulnerable enough to tell your truth, that you too can plant your flag on the top of the mountain. You too can stand in your greatness. And you ask the question of who is this book for, or who is this chapter for? It is from anyone, age, race, gender, religion, that has had something that has kept them caged for many, many years, or it has been a legacy of being caged in their families. I felt that if I was brave enough to tell my story just one time, in that story, and the first time I shared that story was with Tina Marie and her podcast on Tina Marie and the Bridge Builders, which gave me the courage to say somebody needs to hear it.
Mm.
Somebody needs to hear it. And if I've been given the opportunity to stand in my greatness and an opportunity from my sister Chanelle to be able to share that truth with someone else in hopes that one person will transition, I owe it to not only myself, but my grandchildren, and I owe it to the sisters and brothers that I correlate with on a day-to-day basis. So my goal is to help people to stand in their greatness when adversity. Come on, sisters. Kisses them, smack dab.
I'm telling you, if y'all aren't excited, I don't know, but I'll tell you right now, this thing has got me so excited. When you think about just when you think about life and all your ups and downs, your battles, your struggles, all of these various things, this is really going to be a tool for women. And I don't know about you, you know, sometimes you need a hammer, you need a screwdriver, you need some wrenches, you know, you need some sockets, you need a drill. This book is comprised in such a way that it's really a tool for every situation. I don't think there's anything that's inside of this a manuscript that's happening in life that hasn't been covered, just dealing with whatever it may be. And it's really going to speak life. So when you think about the impact that this book is going to provide, when you think about the healing, when you think about the transformation, the aha moments that you're going to provide for someone else, how does that impact you? Ocean, let's go with you first. When you think about what you're going to, what this is getting ready to release out into the atmosphere, where it's going to put out into the world, and you think about how it's going to be a aha moment or a key for someone else in their journey, how does that impact you?
You know, Chanelle, thank you for asking that question, because initially I was fearful. I was fearful. Do I tell my story? Am I going to be judged? Am I going to be ostracized? Am I going to be able to face some people that always put, up in this light, but they don't really know there? And then it was overwhelming. So it was like, okay, but you have to. So now that was the long way around. But to answer your question is, I feel overwhelmingly empowered. One, through Christ. Two, through me stepping out of fear. One of my mentors told me, jump in the parachute will open. The parachute's open. So I'm in the air right now, y'all. I'm in the air right now. So the way, in order to impact one person, it elates me. It warms me through and through. And it lets me know that I can't keep it, can't contain it if it's going to help someone else. So it makes me feel, one, proud to be a part of such an organization as yours that allows me to do that. And it just really touches my heart. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Cherise Hackney, same question. What is that like for you, knowing that this book is going to go out into the world and that your story is going to directly impact someone in their journey?
What that is like for me is breathtaking. You know, I was often told that sometimes your testimony or your story isn't just yours, that you live it for other people. It helps me identify who I am and my truth, because I was always, just shame to be transparent with the world. I was shamed to be, just that vulnerable person where, it's like I always could weather the storm. God allowed me to weather storms. So it's like why relive those moments, or why, look like what I've been through to relive that, where I don't look like what I've been through. So, that was the awakening for me, to be able to know that, okay, what I'm doing, what I'm sharing, it's going to be out to influence and encourage for other people, and it's going to piss some people off. So that was also a part of my fear, because it's like, this is my truth. And it's unfortunate that if you, set these bad seeds along the way within my truth, that I'm exposing it because it's my truth. Guess
Come
Oh,
on
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
and then it's my job to kind of rebuild that. So this has taught me so much about myself, and trying to just, center and kind of look at the things that I've been through, and then
Right.
appreciate. So I'm thankful because of the fact that, and writing it down and having to recover and relive some of those moments, I'm like, you know what? I don't look like what I've been through.
Come
Thank
on
you, Lord.
now.
Okay.
So that's what it's doing for me. So I'm really, really
Yeah.
excited about it. I'm really excited to share that with the world and
Let
have
me
the
just
world.
say, I'm here for all that. I'm here for all that, Sharice. I mean, I really am here for all that. Let me see, Ivy. When you think about how your story is going to impact somebody else, how does that impact you?
As I was listening to the ladies, I'm sitting here thinking, it's humbling.
Mm,
And then I go back to when I was a little girl and how we go through life not knowing, who we are, what our purpose is. But God had already ordered our footsteps.
Amen.
yes.
He
Yeah.
already mapped out our lives. Everything that we have gone through, every painful experience
Come
was
on now.
already written out for us to walk out. And here we are today using our stories. No, this is God's story
Come on
Mhm.
now.
because God already mapped it out. It's already been written, but we had to catch up to it, right? We
Yes.
had to catch up to who God says we are and walk
Uh-huh.
in it. There's no reason to be
Mm,
fearful. There's no reason to be shameful. None of that belongs to us. All of that belongs to the enemy. And God loves each and every one of us. And I'm so excited for each woman that is going to buy this book and be empowered and transformed by the words of each and every one of us.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I'm here for that. I'm here for all that. Sharice King, same question. How does that impact you, knowing that
I,
you're getting ready to impact?
I feel like, wow, this is so empowering, impactful, in that it feels like, so what I believe, that even though other people might have been afraid, their fear cannot be my fear. I can't
Mm,
get my faith can't be your faith. But it allows people to see that no matter what, even if you're doing it afraid and you don't know where your faith may be wavering, do it anyway. Because
yes.
when you do it afraid, you become more faithful. And then other things don't even scare you. It was like when somebody will say this or that, and you'll be like, that don't even make sense to me, because you don't have that brain, or that thought of faith, or lack of faith, or fears. It's like, you believe that, and I believe the other thing. I believe this would
Right.
happen instead. So I feel like that was the biggest thing, is this, for women or even men, to see that even in a storm or tragedy or whatever you're going through, don't allow that to paralyze you, because when you're in paralysis, you don't move to the left nor to the right. So just go ahead and have faith. And when you have that faith and you do it, the more you do it, the more faith you have, the more bold and brilliant and audacious you are with it, where
Come on now.
you don't really care about what nobody else thinks. I don't really care. That you don't have to make sense to you. So you just believe God so much that you just do it anyway. And then he works it out, because that's what he wants you to do, is trust you. Because if he wanted you to know everything, you wouldn't have faith. So you just got to trust
Right.
it.
Sis, I'm here for all of that. Anita, I already know you're going to put the icing on. Okay, go ahead and put it on there, sis. How is this going to impact you, knowing that you're getting ready to embrace?
You know, I count it all joy that God saw fit to be able to use my life
Mm,
to, like my sister was saying earlier, if it only blesses one person,
come
if
on
it's just
now.
that one person, that would give me so much joy and fulfillment in that. You know, I come from a very private family, and then I was in a marriage where, he didn't want to share, he didn't want, we couldn't get the help that we needed because he didn't want to share our business. Nobody want to tell your business, right? We want to
Girl.
hold it back. But those tests are now a testimony to what God has done and what he's continuing to do in our lives. And I want, if I can help, like I said, just one to get through what I went through, some of the things that I've gone through, I want to be that encouraging voice to let them know, you know what, sis, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. You're going to be all right. It's all right now because God said it is. Okay. So I'm just here to encourage anyone that I can, that if I can make it through some of that stuff I made it through, that they can too. And it's just an honor. I can't even explain to you the joy that it gives me. And I'm just looking forward to the end product. I praise God for it.
I'm I'm here for all of it.
Amen.
And what I'm just really hearing is it's not your story. You know, so
Mm,
many times, you know, when you think about the woman who had the issue of blood, and you know, I
mm,
resonate with that woman so well, and how she's having this disease for 12 years, and she's tried this and she's tried that, and this thing didn't work, and that thing didn't work,
mm.
and she tried all that she could. You know, she heard about a man named Jesus who was getting ready to
Mhm.
come to town, and she said, you know what, if
Girl,
I
in
can
the head
just
church.
touch the hem of his garment, then I know that
Just
I'm going to be made whole. And when she
Yes.
walked up there, you know, so many times we
Yes.
think of her just laying her hands on Jesus and touching his arm, right? But in order
Mm,
for her to touch the hem of the fragment, it meant that she had to get down on her hands and knees. She had to be willing to be uncomfortable. She had to be willing to be
mm.
stretched. And as she's on
Yes.
her hands and knees and she's putting her hands onto the garment and she's touching it, she's receiving it, and she's prepared to walk away without saying a word.
Yeah,
She doesn't
yeah,
Yes.
need
yeah,
Christ to say,
Yes.
"Go, you've been
Yes.
healed." She didn't need confirmation. She knew within herself, "I've
yeah,
received exactly what I came
What I
for." And
needed.
if Christ
Yes.
wouldn't have said, "Who touched me?" we would have
yeah,
never known the story.
yeah,
So
yeah.
our
Mm.
stories do not belong to ourselves.
No, it
Our
does not.
stories give praise to God. It gives
Yes,
honor to God. It glorifies
Yes.
God. So
Yes.
your story
yes,
is not your
yes,
own, sis. So you got to
Mm.
tell
yeah.
your story. Okay, I'm gonna calm
yes.
down because I was getting me excited.
Ooh, no, girl, it's church
Calm
time.
down, sis. Don't
Let's
calm down.
It's
Tell
church
the
Okay.
too.
story.
You better tell
Tell
it.
the story.
let's
Hey,
talk about it. Now we know they only see 6 people on here, but really, in all truth, we got 32 authors who are part of this amazing collaboration, and it's all women. Come on, it's all women, all women,
Yes.
Ooh,
all
yes,
women.
baby.
And you know what? There is a big myth that
Mm.
women can't get along. You know, if you put them together, it's gonna be
Right.
catty, it's gonna be some mess, it's gonna be some stuff over here. I want y'all to tell them what it's like. Are we fighting in this group? Are we warring each other?
Girl,
Let's see, Ivy. Are we fighting? Can we not stand each other in this group?
we are supporting one another. We are
mm,
showing up for one another. We are
yeah.
pushing one another. And only
Yes.
immature women cannot work together. We are
That's
some
right.
Ooh,
mature women in this group, and we are here for it. We are here for it.
Facts
I know
before
that's right.
fiction. Facts before fiction. Sharice Hackney, you just now coming in, but since you came into the space, what is it feeling
Yeah.
like? Are we doing a bunch of arguing and a bunch of, side talking? I'm giving the sister the side eye. I'm looking at her like, she finna say something again. I know. Is it a lot of this head rolling and head bobbing, and we doing this and we doing this
Mm,
in this space?
mm.
Not at all. Not at all. It's been such an inviting and warm space because, of course, I'm in my season of the new. So all this
Mm.
is new, 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 new. And so it's great that someone can do their due diligence and go above and beyond to, kind of foster me, not hold my hand because I can hold my own, but
Yeah.
to kind of help lead and guide me and direct me in the right paths to be successful. So I just love that. So thank you, ladies.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anita, same question. We all am I giving you the side eye? Am I looking like this, sis? What is she talking about now? What is she saying now? Is that what we doing over here?
That is not our portion, okay? That is not our portion. Look,
Mm-mm.
there are things even going on, y'all, behind closed doors where we are supporting each other. We're there. If somebody need prayer, you need to dump something out, because we tend to, especially as women, we tend to let stuff just build up, build up. Sometimes you need
Yes,
to unload that. You need to be able to trust somebody
girl.
that you
Yeah.
can unload with. And so, we've been able to even experience some of those things. You know what I'm saying? And just being there to support each other. And look, this is my tribe, baby. Hey, be my peoples.
Come on now. Come on now. That's all that part. That's all I'm saying. Ocean,
Yes.
same thing. What's been the vibe for you being in this space?
This has been amazing. I mean, it's really been an amazing experience from the initial invite to the initial put together. And Chanelle, I asked for a 15,000 changes on everything. So
That's my sister right there. That's my sister right there.
right. So the feelings that you have and the love that the other sisters are showing to uplift and encourage, it's just been awesome. I believe in being slow to become offended and faster to meet somebody where they are in order for them to meet you where you are. So I'm progress, not perfection, but I tell you, I'm feeling good about this whole experience. So thank you for creating such a welcoming atmosphere,
Yes.
welcoming
Yes.
group of women, and thank you for being a part of all of you ladies being a part of my journey. I appreciate you.
I'm loving
Amen.
it. Amen. Amen. Sharice King, same question.
It's been a wonderful experience. Everyone's been supporting each other, treating each other on. And Chanelle's been great with leadership and guiding us on what we need to do to get our books out there, as well as a website. It's been and it's an opportunity for me to tell my story and also listen to other women tell their story and encourage them and see that, hey, we're not alone. That everybody's got their own thing. And you're like, wow, they went through this and went through there. And we're still here. We're still powerful, impactful together.
I'm telling you, it's an amazing thing. So many times people have an idea when they see a bunch of women, they just be thinking like, you know what? I bet you it's some. But I'm here to tell y'all, it's not that. It's not that going in. It's truly God. When God is the center of everything else just kind of just meshes the way it's supposed to. And so He's really the glue that's keeping us all together and knitting us breast to breast and making us show up for each other, making us clap for each other. And like, I'm gonna pop my collar. There go my sister doing her thing, doing right. And so we hear about that space. We gonna show up. We about to pull up. We about to yell out. We're all about that thing. And so it's really about an amazing community. So when we're talking about She Said Yes to Herself, it's really about creating a space for women to be poured on, to be loved on, to be celebrated, to be able to recognize who their worth is and who God has called them to be, and for us to really give space to those women. And so I'm just excited to be a part of something so immense and something that's so much bigger than ourselves. And so I'm just thankful to God for allowing us to be in this space. And so before we get ready to ask our final questions, because the time is just going so fast, I know you guys have so many things just not even getting ready to happen on the horizon. Anita, what do you have coming up next?
Well, I am glad you asked. So, one of the things I have that I'm going to be finishing up and I'm going to be putting it out there is a self-paced course on creating your life plan, because that was one of the things that could have really helped me when I was going through that transition in my life, from the military, to a spouse, dependent spouse, from being a single mom to a married mom, all these different transitions that I've had in my life. If I would have known or had someone to give me a guiding hand as to planning out my life, we plan for everything else, right? We plan for health, but do we plan for life? You know what I'm saying? So we need to be more proactive in planning our lives. So that is going to be one of the next things that I have coming up. And I'm also going to be finishing my own book, which is going to be called Embrace Your New Place. So we're going to tell that one. Look, we only had a little bit to tell in this one, but baby, it's about to be told.
Come on. Tell it. I'm here for that. As soon as I go on, I'm getting mine. Just want you to know that I'm here for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Sharice King, same question, sis. What you got going on outside of this? What's up next?
Well, I am in the play Veiled Hearts, a local producer writer here in Arizona. She asked me, and I'm in that. And I'm doing some other things here locally in Maricopa. And our real estate is really picking up quite a bit. I'm doing all those things. So I'm just looking for more opportunities, speaking engagement, acting, and doing things with What She Said Productions.
What she said. I'm just feeling everything. What she said. I'm here for that, sis. Just so you know that. Ivy, same question. This is one of the hardest working women that I know. I mean, when we gave the anthology call, the bottom of last year, we just announced it at the summit. Ivy, I think she might have wrote her chapter in, I don't know, 3 days, 2 days. It was a record. She made all of us look bad. Even me and Queenie didn't have our stuff together. We like, she didn't got everything. She checking it off and on to the next thing. She got 1,000 things. Just tell us a little bit what's going on, Ivy. Let them know what's going on in this world and everything you got going on.
Yes, yes. I am excited for my children's book series. I'm currently working on the next 5 books. I'm so excited. Why am I so angry? Why, Daddy, why? It's going to be about molestation, leave me alone, bullying, and a couple of other books. I'm just excited for our children because they are going through so much and they need to be empowered as well. What about our babies? And at the top of the new year, if anyone is interested, I do a collaboration called Transitioning to the Other Side, How to Cope with Loss, where everyone tells their story about losing a loved one. So if you're interested, just let me know and I will connect with you.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Ivy, I'm gonna go on the record and say I'm gonna be in that. When you ready and roll that out.
Amen.
I'm gonna go ahead. I wasn't ready this first time. I'm ready.
I know.
I'm ready
you got
now.
A story. You got a story.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Okay, Ocean, tell us what you got going on, gorgeous.
You know, I am just so excited since I've joined Tina Marie and the Bridge Brothers Social Club, and I've joined the community. So many opportunities. I got a couple of things going on. My Wave of Inspiration podcast is going to be kicking off at the beginning of November. Okay. So it's talking about, encouraging and inspiring the growth of women over the age of 40. How do we inspire them? It'll also encompass diversity, equity, inclusion. So I'll have a couple of doctors, a couple of educators that are going to be joining me. So I'm excited about that. Coming up here new, I'm going to be doing MCing. One of our sisters has some challenges with alopecia, so I'll be actually MCing her event, and they'll be talking about the importance of being your authentic self and standing
powerful
person. So I'm excited about that. And then I'm launching my studio in my home. I jumped out on you ladies, and it's I'm going to be doing my podcast there. I'm going to be doing the Wave of Inspiration there. Everything's going to be housed in my 3-car garage. It's been transformed. So I'm excited about that. But those are a couple of things. But on the side, they talked about us having some multiple streams of income. So one of my there's Cynthia Scott and Nickel City Baby. We're opening, and it's going to be up and running, the eyelash vending machine, ladies.
We need that in Georgia.
Going on the girls' day party, MC. It's just going on. God's just really been blessing me. So I am so excited. And now I'm with you, ladies. Jiminy Cricket.
Absolutely.
What's
going on? Please.
Let's do it,
girl. We ain't even got started yet. Just know that. But I'm here for that. Y'all see how she said on the side and on the side. Come on and on the side. I'm ready for all that. And on the side, Therese Hackney, go ahead and let us know what's going on, sis.
All right. Well, congratulations to all you ladies. It is really hard to follow after that because I do have several projects where much is required of me. God said go, and I've been going, and I've been called upon to breathe life into things.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm doing. Breathing. I was drowning and I wasn't above water. Just everything that was hitting me back to back. And, I just lost my dad 2 months ago. So I am finally above water and breathing. So continue.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Sis, you followed it up. Pop that collar, sis. I'm just saying. I'm here for all of that. We're just getting ready to reset the room again. You ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically, the show. We are here with 5 of my amazing co-authors, Ivy Caldwell, Cherise King, Anita Newsom, Ocean Kent, and Sharice Hackney. These ladies are contributing such magnitude. This is amazing new women empowerment guide that's going to be coming out October 12th. The ladies have the book on their available on their websites, available for pre-order. Before I ask them a series of real toss-up fast questions, they're going to go back and say their names, and they're also going to tell you where you can order the book from them from. All right, because that's important. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all sharing this information. Make sure y'all supporting my amazing co-authors, and y'all make sure y'all pick up these pre-orders for this book. So before we get ready to say that, I'm just gonna have some really fast questions that I'm gonna ask real quick. No rhyme or reason. You're just picking what you like. Okay. If you I gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. Okay, just shout out your answer. All right. Soul food or Italian food? If you for soul food,
So,
Soul food.
come through. Y'all my people. Y'all see why I really resonate with these ladies? Okay. All right. Kirk Franklin or Donnie McClurkin?
Kurt Franklin.
Franklin.
Yeah.
People didn't say no.
It depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
that boy right now.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Kool-Aid or 100% juice?
100% juice.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid! It's for the win. I'm telling you, because it ain't. Kool-Aid is the drink of champions. If you didn't know, you just found out today. Breaking news. Kool-Aid. I'm just telling you. It
The red
the whole
kind, right?
situation.
The red kind, right, Chanel? The red.
The red.
I'm telling you.
Sharkleberry.
It's not even a flavor, it's just the color. It's red.
Right. Red flavor.
Just know that. All right.
No flavor, just the color.
Flavor, red.
Let's see. Netflix and chill. Are you going out for the night on the town?
Night out on the town.
Ooh, on the town, I guess I ain't been in so long.
A night on the town.
That depends if I get a boo.
You can be going out with your girls, go out to a restaurant, go do some stuff. Be a night
I
out.
get more trouble with them, though.
Sometimes. Okay. So let's see. Jeans or heels?
Heels.
Jeans.
Heels.
Okay.
Jeans.
Jeans. Jeans.
Both.
Jeans. Both. Now, see, this is giving you guys a look in, inside look on how these ladies really tick. All the other questions was saying stuff, but you really resonated right now when you found out this lady was for Kool-Aid, and you found out somebody was like, just give me my heels, and somebody else said, give me my jeans, and now you really get to see behind the behind the curtain and see what these ladies are really about. I want everybody to take a moment really quickly to say their name and their business contact info, so a website or how people can connect with them so that they can build relationship, and also make sure that they go ahead and order a copy of the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically anthology from the author. So I'm going to start first with Anita. Anita, why don't you tell us your name and give us your business info so that they can connect with you to purchase a book from you.
All right. Thank you so much again for this opportunity, Chanelle. So they can go to my website for the book. It is AnitaandtheBizCoach.com. All right. That's where you can find the book and some other things as well. I have a lot of videos on there about grant writing and where to find grants and how to do it and all that good stuff. Right. You can find me on social media. That's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, as Anita and the Biz Coach as well. My email is info@AnitaandtheBizCoach.com. Y'all already know. I try to keep it simple. Guys, try to keep it simple for the people.
Period, sis. That's all I can say.
Remember,
I got it. Ocean Kent, please tell them who you are and tell them how they could connect with you to be able to order the copy of the book and also just to be able to build relationship.
Absolutely. And thank you for this opportunity again, Chanelle. You're able to actually pre-purchase your book at oceanindustriesllc.com. You're also able to contact me on Facebook at Ocean Kent, and that's with two oceans. That's OOCEAN with the wave of oh, I'm sorry, yeah, that part. And then
Oh, good.
on my YouTube channel, it's a wave of inspiration. You can also indicate in the chat on how you can purchase the book there. And last but not least, you'll be able to go to you'll be able to I said first Facebook already. I think that's about it there, Chanelle.
I love it. I love it. Sharice King, why don't you tell people your name, give them your information, how they can connect to do business with you, and where they can pick up that copy of the book from you?
Sure, thank you. My name is Sharice King, and you can purchase the book on my website, www.whatshesaid.biz. You can purchase it there. Also, you can reach me on my Facebook platform, Sharice King, or Chatting and Chilling with Lady Sharice. And I also have a YouTube page, Chatting and Chilling with Lady Sharice as well. And I'm also on LinkedIn of What She Said Productions as well. You can purchase it there, or my number, you can contact me, 602-699-2096.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Sharice Hackney, tell people your name again, and then how they can do business with you and where they can go to purchase the copy of the book from you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sharice Hackney. As you can see on the screen, this is the information on the ShariceEffect.com. It houses all things, the book, and all of the many things to come on that website. So you can find anything and everything there is associated and affiliated with me. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, projects, writings, you name it. The ShariceEffect.com.
I love it. I love it. The
Yes.
ShariceEffect.com is easy. All right.
I like that.
Ivy, why don't
Bottom
you
of the
then tell
screen.
people who you are and connect and do business with you?
Yes, I am Ivy Caldwell, the New You Empowerment Coach. You can go to my website, footprintenterprisesllc.com, to pre-order the book or check out my children's book series as well. I have several inspirational books on there as well. You can connect with my podcast. YouTube is Ivy Caldwell. My Facebook page is Stepping Into a New You. IG is Stepping Into a New You. That's it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I want to say thank you to our amazing network, Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a space or a situation to be able to call home, you're looking for somebody to help you get some visibility with your business and brand, then you definitely want to make sure that you see my girl Trivia, and you can find her information at www.triviasinspirationalradio.com. She's also looking for new hosts. So this will be an amazing time for you guys to go ahead and check her out. She has a phenomenal special that's going on only for a limited time. So make sure you tell her that your girl Chanelle sent you, so that you can make sure that you can take advantage of that amazing new offer. I want to thank my amazing co-authors, Anita Newsom, Sharice King, Sharice Hackney, Ocean Kent, and Ivy Caldwell for an amazing show. I want you guys to have an amazing Thursday, and we'll see you guys here next week.
All right, thank you. Have a good evening. Thanks, ladies. Have a good one. Bye.
All right.
All right, ladies.
Oh, y'all.
Y'all have an amazing night. I got to jump on LinkedIn.
Bye.
Okay.
All right.
Trivia's Inspirational Radio would like to inform you that the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in the following show are solely the sentiments of the participants of the show.